Back in this thing like we never left.
Yep, we back again.
Part 2 of the mental health series, Black mental health, Black male mental health.
Yes.
So
now we want to cover another topic, men leaving the church.
Yeah.
Why has this happened? Yes.
Well, as far as where are we going as black men? Because when you go to college campuses, you don't see as much black men as you see black women.
Right.
When you go to Sunday service, you don't see as much black men as you see black women.
Right.
And it's like, where are we headed?
Right.
Because it's worrisome,
Yeah.
And then you're seeing suicide rise, and then it's what are we doing, and how can we correct it?
Well, I mean, the situation with the churches at some point, men have to be heard, and you have to have men in leadership in the church, doing various things in the church. And some pastors, I'm being quite honest, they be pandering to the women. Yeah. In other words, they're like, instead of telling women about, hey, listen, you come here with a you're unmarried and with a child, people don't speak on that stuff. They don't say, hey, listen, this is not right. The pastors are not saying certain things, and they are just allowing certain things to go on. And I see it. I'm being honest, I see it, and it's not right. Because if a man is doing certain things, he's gonna be brought up to the carpet about it. Instantly.
He might as well not even show up.
Right.
Just stay where you was at, bro.
So
because it's bad. We feel the punishment.
Right. So there has to be a certain level of accountability, when these things happen. And, you have to give the men in these churches things to do. You got to have men organizations, men's groups, and where they can help mentor other young men. And you have to get men because men are used to doing things. We're used to having something to do. Yeah, we're not used to just come and just hear the message and then that's
sit down, sing,
sit
clap
down, clap hands and go home. You got to give us something to do. Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't think they would gladly do it.
Yeah.
It's just like more attention gotta go into it.
Right. So, and we were talking about how can we help young men who, like, every kid is not built to go to college or may not want to go to college. Okay, what's the other alternative? Trade schools. Learn to be, a plumber or a mechanic, electrician, a welder, a barber.
Great money in them.
Right, there's money in these fields, this and that. So, if you have a child that they may not want to go to college, but they're good with their hands, they're good with doing things, we have to encourage them to go into trade schools and so forth like that. I remember when I was in high school, and they had certain trade schools, and you could become learn some electrician, just basic about being an electrician and about being plumbers and everything like that. Then eventually, when you graduate high school, you can go into the union and become an apprentice, and from there become a master plumber or a master electrician and make $80,000, $80 to $100,000, depending upon what area of that you was in, as far as being a carpenter and being an electrician and those things. So we want to encourage people to just go into trades, just try to go into things where you can learn some stuff, you can be self-sufficient, you don't have to depend on just going to a job, but you can go to a job or you can do these things on the side. Electricians make a lot of money doing side work. Plumbers make a lot of work doing side work, becoming a barber. Trust me, it's very lucrative being a barber, and you're working for yourself.
And that's a two-way street, because if any guy's seeing this and he's well into his career with a trade, I would challenge you, if you're a brother like us, please reach back and at least pull up one guy, one young guy.
Right.
Just roll the dice on him.
Yes.
Let's not be afraid of us, you know?
Right.
Just give him a shot.
Right.
Take him on the site. You gotta pay him nothing. Just let him watch. Let him learn.
Watch.
At least attempt, you know? Make the attempt, because you're gonna leave here one day.
Right.
And what is gonna be said about you? Who's gonna come and who's gonna say, okay, this person pulled me up to be where I'm at today. It's important, because we're facing economic crisis. When you look at our stats on the income level, right now we're in a recession. 3 banks just failed this week.
Wow.
And
I heard about the one in Silicon Valley.
Silicon Valley, yeah.
But
it was two other ones.
Two other ones? Wow.
They just dropping left and right.
Wow.
So, and you know, when it comes to us, particularly our demographic, we're the first to go.
That's right.
And we're the first to go.
Listen. When everybody else gets a cold, when we get hit, it's like pneumonia. Mm-hmm. It's going to always hit us harder.
Way harder, man.
You know, so we have to prepare ourselves.
Yeah.
You know?
In advance.
Right.
Prepare in advance. And it's like, So, those outlets have always been there historically. The government was doing it in the beginning.
Right.
You know, they had it in public schools to where we could do those trades. But now, the future is tech, you know? And they leaning towards that. For whatever reason, culturally, our kids aren't running to that. We're trying to still rap and hoop. We're still on that path. But it's like, yo, if you black in tech, yo, look out, man. Like, help at least 1 or 2. Mm-hmm. And that could really change our whole game, you know? Yeah, I really could. So if you're hearing this, or you seeing this, you're in finance, you're doing your thing, you're in tech and you're doing your thing, help one person out before you get up out of here.
Like you said, we might be talking to some brothers that might be master electricians, master plumbers, and welders and so forth like that. Take a kid under your belt and mentor him.
Just one.
You know, just one. Mm-hmm. You know, because all that knowledge that you might have, you can't take it. You can't take it to the grave with you, and your legacy will live on through that person. Right. So that's what we're trying to do. We want to learn things. We want to educate ourselves and progress, so we can pass it on to the next person, so they can pass it on to the next. And that's how you build legacy among us as being a people. So, you know, we
want to see those good things.
We want to see those good things, you know. Yeah. And those who go to college, hey, listen, go into something, not just technology. Try to be a nurse, an anesthesia, a doctor, or anything in the medical field. You know, get into that field. Whatever fields there is that's good that
in college,
that would help, you know, help people, this and that, you know,
lawyers, you know,
being lawyers, we need lawyers,
we need,
you know, like I said, we need doctors, nurses, we need
the key to becoming any of those things. You have to submerge yourself into those realms, you know. Right. You can't hang out with guys on the block no more.
That's right.
If you try to go be a lawyer.
Yeah, you have to have a certain commitment and dedication.
Because nobody want to give their time. I know I'm a barber. I don't want to give my time to somebody who, I was playing basketball, so I ain't coming and learn.
Right.
No,
time is money, and money is time.
It's a two-way street, man.
Right.
So somebody's taking time out to help you out.
Right.
Take time out to be ready and available for that person.
Right.
You know?
Be disciplined enough to know that, hey, listen, I gotta be here
at
this time, you know,
to learn this, because he doesn't have to do this.
That's right.
So you know, we could both. Once we come at that intersection, it's gonna be a beautiful thing.
Oh yeah. We're trying to still bridge the gap. Mm-hmm. Everything we doing, we're trying to bridge the gap with everybody. You know, the young and old, and you know, and together as a people. You know. And so you know, we just trying to like do our part in changing and helping people to see that, hey, listen, you're not in this by yourself. No. You know, we're here we're here for you. We want to help you. You know, whatever knowledge that we have, we can share with you. We're gonna share it. You know, and so you can be a better person. We want you to be the best version of yourself.
Have a
You
better
know?
path, man.
Yeah,
Let's have a better path.
a better path. You
These,
know,
these stats that we're studying is like, it's scary to see what we up against at this point in time. It's like, I know stuff was kind of crazy being a black man, but I didn't know it was like that. Like 4 times more likely to commit suicide than black women. I didn't know that.
Right.
That's not something that I just knew off the back of my hand. I didn't know that. I knew suicide was like ticking up, but I didn't know with us it was ticking up like that.
Right. And we never been a people that was a high rate in suicide.
Yeah, never.
So that lets you know what's going on in this society is
Something
being
is brewing.
detrimental to us as black people, and we got to change that, man.
Something is brewing, and it's
something
like,
is brewing.
we gotta slam the brakes and reverse up out of
right,
that.
and say, hey, listen, let's find out what's going on here.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
how can we counter that? Because listen, you know, everybody has a life to live and a purpose in life, and when you commit suicide or you excuse me, do something that is detrimental to you, that means your purpose is not going to be fulfilled.
Yeah.
Your destiny won't be fulfilled. So your purpose and destiny is what ties you to the world and ties you to the people that you meet. So we have to be around for that, you know? As men, we have to be around for that, you know? So that's
yeah. And as far as like the research I'm looking at, that isolation piece of it all, that seems to be the common trend. Like,
yeah, that's leading to the highest suicide rate. In other words, you're saying just isolating, right?
So as far as like us only looking at us all the time, or that trend with the Zennials only looking at themselves all the time, sitting in the room on the phone, comparing themselves to other people. You gotta transfer your energy into some other stuff, man. You gotta like, hey, you're good at math. Go help your
right. You
your
can do this
classmate out
yeah.
who's struggling in
struggling with it, right?
That could give you a sense of purpose to pull you out of your funk.
That's right.
You know
That's
what I'm saying? That could put a smile on your face, helping that person do something they never done before.
Right.
You know, it don't always got to be something amazing where you make $1 million.
No.
You just put a smile on 1 or 2 people's face by genuinely giving out of your gifts.
Right.
Dude, that's big. And I work in real estate. I have several like properties where people have come and done something on my home that I could have never done.
Right.
And these guys, they're not Harvard grads. These are regular dudes, t-shirt and jeans, but they just know something that, hey, bro, I'm not that dude. Like, for me to set this up to get the lights on, it was a little minute before we got it figured out. But when we did, it was all good. But it's like, I'm not that guy when it comes to certain things. So these guys come in front of me, and I'm like, yo, like, and you got a gift.
Right.
And that puts a smile on me, and I give them money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And we walk away happy.
Yeah. So this is important to utilize your gift and your talent. Yeah. They say a man's gift will make room for him. So when you utilize your gift and talent and whatever you can do, nothing is insignificant. No talent is so insignificant that it can't be used.
Right.
Everything can be used to help somebody.
Right.
And like I say, when you help people, when you give of yourself, it's like, you know, Raul said, it's a personal reward to you, and it makes you feel good.
It feels good.
You know? So like you said, hey, listen, you guys as a
when I post this, I'm gonna feel good.
Right.
Like, don't you be feeling
I be feeling great,
I'll
man.
Be like, yo, we posted that joint. Like,
yo, man, it's gonna be good, man.
The numbers kind of whatever, it don't matter, but we did it.
But we did it,
and
you
it
know?
feels good.
And it makes us feel good, man,
you know?
that we able to share with you.
Something.
Listen, I never saw myself, you know, podcasting. You know?
I
was always like to talk. I ain't know nothing, man, you know. But you know something, I know I like to talk to people. And when I started coming to this barbershop a few years ago, man, I would just, you know, conversate with people. People say, hey, man, you know, this dude, he talking. This
right.
You know, man, he came
his gift.
Yeah, you know. So listen, I don't know how many people I might have helped. I pray I helped as many people as I can. So, but I'm doing what my gift is, and everybody has a gift. You can't sit in the room by yourself and feeling sorry for yourself and feeling that the world owes you something. Nobody owes you anything.
Nobody owes
you have to get out there and get it. Yeah. Use what you have available to you.
Yep. You gotta be resourceful.
You gotta be resourceful. Use what's had. And like you said, like Rallo said, if you're good in math, get out there and tutor some kids. Mm-hmm. If you're good at reading, teach some kids how to read. Boy. If you're good at whatever you're good at, whatever you find your hands to do, be about your business.
Yeah. And it's easy for us when it's just us looking at us. Mm-hmm. We're quick to just be like, I really, truly, and honestly, I wouldn't even be recording 3 episodes in a week. I wouldn't have done this if I didn't have somebody sitting right here like, yo, when we gonna record? We gonna do it again? I probably would have been like, I'm gonna just chill this week. I'm gonna go hang out. But now that I got somebody that I'm accountable to, it keeps me consistent.
Right.
It keeps
and he inspires me because I be like, during the week, I get time, I be thinking of ideas, I be brainstorming, and so we are helping each other, and that's what it's about.
It's a give and a
take.
Like
it's a give and a take situation.
It's a flow, man, back and forth. But when it's just you thinking about you, it's easy to get overwhelmed.
Right,
but you got 2 or 3 people depending on you to show up tomorrow. You're gonna get yourself out of that funk some way, somehow.
That's right. You're gonna lift your head up and say, "Hey, listen, man, I gotta be about doing what I gotta do."
Yeah, I gotta finish what I gotta
finish
do.
it. Yeah.
Because that's trust me. Do that.
Rollo depends on the OG. Mm-hmm. I depend on Rollo, and we're in this thing together.
Right.
And I hope and pray that y'all subscribe and leave your comments, and we want this channel to grow, not because we just so much into the numbers. Numbers is nice, but we enjoy what we're doing, man. We really, I'm having the time of my life, man. I get to talk to the world, man, on the internet, and I never thought I would even be, talking, man, doing any kind of thing like this, man. So I be feeling good, man, and just knowing that, people who are responding, saying, hey, man, I like what my man is saying. I like what Rollo's saying. I'm like, so I'm like, wait, really, man? It's shocking to me, but I'm telling you, but I enjoy it, man. And
this week in the shop, there was a lot.
We
was chirping. I'm like, oh snap! They really think about this. Like,
and hopefully, like we were talking about, we want to eventually do a live, and we want to have guests come, and we're gonna have question and answers and everything like that, and we're gonna trying to do different things, man. And we just want your support, man. Just support us and press that like button, press the comment button and say, hey, listen, man.
Whatever input y'all got.
God, we appreciate it, man. This and that. So just we having the time of our life. Like I said, we making history, man. We bridging the gap, man.
These videos gonna be here after we gone.
That's right. And somebody's gonna say, man, hey, Dad, man, the OG and the young man, we got together and we did what we thought we could do together, man. This and that. So, like I say, I always tell people, I said, I'm a student of life. I'm a student of learning, man. So I'm never too old to learn, And and I ain't gonna stop. Retirement is not even an issue with me. I'm still. You might catch me 70, 80 years from now, at 80, still talking the same way, still just got that energy, man. As God would give me the energy and the strength, man, I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing, man, because I'm about just helping people, man. I want to pass what I have on to people so they can be blessed and they can, move forward in their life, And I just hope the things that we've been saying tonight, on mental health and on, education and the things we just talked about, that somebody's going to be helped, man, and that they would get a different perspective and let the people know who are dealing with mental health issues, you're not alone. You're not alone. There's help out there, You got people that's going to help you, but you have to reach out for help, A closed hand don't get fed.
Right.
You gotta open your hand. You gotta be willing to open it and make the move, the scriptures say, faith without works is dead. So you have to activate your faith. You got to make movements. You got to be able to say, hey, listen, I need the help. I'm going to go get the help. I know, man. You guys say Rollo, man. I was like,
shoot, man. I don't know. I think we did a pretty good job, man.
Yeah, I think so too. I think we covered a lot, man.
If y'all got any pieces that y'all want us to reiterate or touch on again, we could come back. It's no issue to come back and and hit you off with another one. You know, just to expound upon whatever is out there. You know, because today's time, man, we facing all kinds of stuff, man.
All kinds of stuff.
We got porn addiction. We got OnlyFans. We got women still, like we got a lot. I feel like these kids, this generation is overwhelmed.
Yeah.
So there's probably stuff out there that I don't even know about that's happening. You know, we got perks.
Man. Look in the school system. You got teachers. You know, touching boys and girls and doing all kind of stuff. Man.
That was another thing that I saw when I was doing my research. And they said that blacks are twice as likely to be sexually assaulted while they're adolescents than any other group.
Right.
And that's like, damn. Like, I'm not knowing none of this. I'm just learning it today. And I'm like, yo, we facing a lot of stuff.
A lot of stuff.
And you can feel depressed about that. That's something that's life altering.
Right.
I'm thankfully that never has been my situation. But it's just
But I sympathize with people who have gone through that, man. And you know,
and there's help somewhere for that.
Right.
Because this is a community thing.
Right.
What we're talking about is community topics. These are not individual stats.
Right.
This is a community effort.
Right.
You're not alone. There's people just like you going through the same thing.
Right.
Find those people. Build from those people.
Right. And get the help, man.
And let's heal. Let's heal.
Right. Because we all need healing, man. Mm-hmm. We need healing as a people. The trauma, the situation we went through in this country and having to deal with some of the stuff. We've been traumatized, and we need healing. Mm-hmm. You know, and you know, in the process of healing, you will find who you are, and know that you contribute in this world. You have something to say. You have a voice. We all have a voice.
That matters.
That matters. Yeah. That's right. It matters. Mm-hmm. So listen, like you said, we I don't know, we may touch on this topic at some other point too, because the mental health situation is really something. And just subscribe, leave your comments, just reach out to us, man, and we'll be more than happy to discuss, man. And
about a whole nother video if you need us to,
Yeah, we
here.
We here for the people, man, and we just, hey, listen, man,
this is a change of pace this week. I know last time we hit y'all off with the Ja Morants and all
but
we gotta check in with our folks, because it's like, if we don't do it, who gonna do it?
That's right.
As I'm doing my research, I'm finding out that in the last 25 years, it's only been 19 real clinical studies on black men's mental health.
Right.
19 out of 25 years.
Wow.
Things have drastically changed in the last 25 years. So we don't even have data, like real up-to-date, accurate data on black men's specific mental health. So it's like we got to reach out to each other and talk to each other to find out what actively is taking place, play by play by play.
And I knew for a fact, when in the 70s, when mental health became more prevalent and people, in the black community, there was not a very strong case study and statistics on that. So now we have more knowledge and more insight on things, so we kind of know how to treat it, what medicines to take, how to deal with that. So, but look back, when I'm talking about in the 70s, we talking about almost 40 something years ago. Right? We talking a long. We in 2023. So imagine the people in my generation and before then had to suffer with that. Yeah. But because now we have more knowledge and understanding, and there's people that right.
Like, man, I swear the dad from Good Times he was going through it, man. But it was just like, no, he's a black man. Like, but it's like nobody said, oh, he's anxious about the rent.
Right.
Nobody said anything like that.
And that's anxiety when you feel like, man, listen, I know personally, I've been in there when you work and you ain't making enough money to meet certain bills and things like that, and you gotta borrow for Peter to pay Paul, and you gotta juggle, you gotta do that. That's stressful.
That's insane, man.
That's you know, that brings a level of stress, man.
Insane.
You know, so
and it's not like you ain't working.
Right? Ain't you? Hey, right?
You there every day.
You there, but you ain't making the money or whatever the circumstance is. You know, so. You know, we all deal with that, man. You know I dealt with it.
Yeah, for sure.
You know,
for sure.
And you know, like I said, my faith in God and just my morals and principles and value kept me from just maybe doing something that I might have done and regret. Yeah. You know, so sometimes, man, you know, we all gonna go through struggles, but we gonna make it, man.
We gonna make it, man.
We gonna make it through, man. We gonna be good, man.
We gonna make it. We just gotta keep stirring the conversation.
Right.
Stir the pot.
Stir the pot.
You're not alone in this thing.
That's right.
It's somebody else that's probably right next
Trust
to you.
me. You know they used to always say, be grateful. There's somebody worse off than you. You think your situation might be the worst than ever, but there's somebody got a worse situation than you have.
You know what I mean?
So we all, as people, gonna go through things. That's why we need each other. That's why we have to comfort and we have to guide each other.
You think that this thing has always been like a trait amongst us, or do you feel like the social media era is just the reason why people are trying to like mask stuff better? But what would you? I
think it's always been there, but it wasn't. I think because of social media and the technology is more expanded, is exposed more. But these issues have always been there.
As I'm asking as far as like, because these stats are reflecting all this madness taking place.
Right.
Things are crazier than they've been. But the way we carrying it is like, oh, well, I'm fine.
Right,
Everybody playing that.
We in denial.
Was it like that while you was coming up, or?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, there were people who were suffering mental, illness, and they would say, "Oh, he just crazy. They just crazy. Play something, this and that. Just stay away from such. People didn't have a knowledge of it. They just thought it was normal, and then as time went on, they started doing the research and everything like that. A lot of people was suffering from mental illness. I even think back now, I used to see some kids in school who were ADD, ADHD,
yeah.
right? And they would just do stuff, man. Get them to do all kind of crazy stuff, man. And then they find out later that kids were being diagnosed in the late 70s and early 80s and that with ADHD and all this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So we as time went on, we learned these things, man. But it was always there. But now because of the social media and what the social media shows and it's more accessible, it's it's really there. When you start talking about, you said 40% of men are
Zennials.
Huh?
40% of Zennials are
depressed and all that. Listen,
that's a big number.
That's a big number.
When it comes to black Zennials, 40%.
Wow.
Yo.
That's young, man. Yo.
And they so young, man.
Yeah, man.
So like life ain't even get good yet.
You're right. You ain't even experienced life. And you worried about, oh man, what about the future on this and that, man? You young, man. Come on. But it's the reality, man. And we trying to reach out to everybody, the young and old, we're trying to bridge that gap, man, because we all need each other.
Yeah.
We keep, I'm gonna keep, most of this podcast, one thing I am going to be saying, we need each other. We need each other as a people, and we just have to. We got to find a way, man. We went through slavery, we went through Reconstruction, we went through Jim Crow, we went through convict leasing, we went through all these things as a people, and we made it through. We can make it through this time. We are the most resilient and most strong people on this planet. So we can do it. We can. We just have to
believe, man.
Believe and join together, man.
Keep each other, man.
And love each other.
Because through all those situations you're naming, it's like we still had each other, but now it's like we feel like we don't have each other.
Right, because there's been separated. We have gone our separate ways, but we never have been affected separately. Together, we always been stronger. We always been able to accomplish more when we were together. You know,
so yes. Whatever words that you guys took from this, just I'll leave y'all with this. Please reach out to somebody. If you're a young man, reach out to a mentor in the field that you want to partake in. Just reach out to one, at least. Let's start with one.
Right.
You're an older man watching this. You're well into your career. You have a trade. You figure things out. Please pass that thing down to one, and don't let it just be a family member, because that's what you're supposed to do.
Right.
Reach out to somebody that has nothing to do with you, who is also a black man, because we need the help.
That's right.
When I'm reading the stats, it shows we need the help. So please, outside of yourself, outside of your family, reach out to one, please. If you're a kid that's struggling in school, reach out to a guy that's doing well in school, and he's just like you.
Right.
And vice versa. If you're doing great in school, or maybe you suck at reading, but you're good at math.
Right.
Go help somebody in math.
Right.
Let's connect.
Yeah.
Let's connect.
Yeah. The little things mean a lot, you know.
Little things mean a lot.
So we have to, like my partner said, we just have to just do it, man. We can do it. You know, we can do it together. And we'll be good, man. You know.
I love y'all.
Love y'all.
We out.
God bless y'all.